We're almost out of dungeon meshy. There's almost none of it left anymore. There's almost none of it left. And now that I'm doing the last episode, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm just gonna have to sit here and wait for the next episodes to drop whenever the hell Trigger gets done animating them. I haven't checked up on that. I hope it's soon. It better be soon. Please be soon. Please be soon. Because I have the mangas, but that's not enough. I need the Trigger animation of some of the things that are gonna happen. Boy howdy, I need to see that animated. That's actually pretty critically important to me. So, until then, let us enjoy this last available episode of the season. So, if you haven't been along to one of my watch-along reactions before, the way that this works is that you and I are, figuratively speaking, sitting on a couch next to each other, each with our own laptop and our own copy of the episode running, and we're running them at the same time in sync. Every once in a while, I'll feel yappy, and so I need to talk to you about some stuff, so I'll say 3, 2, 1, pause. We'll both pause at the same time. I will do my yapping, and then when I'm done with my yapping, I'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll go at the same time, and in that way we will stay in sync, and I can do my reaction commentary yap nonsense at you extensively in excruciating length, as is my wont. There's a timestamp at the top left corner of the screen to help you navigate by, and you'll be able to see the subtitles of whatever dialogue scene is happening on screen as well to help you make sure that you are in exactly the same place that I am. It's a little inconvenient for you, it's very convenient for me, and that's the thing that matters to me. So, Dungeon Meshi. Episode 24. 3, 2, 1, go. The Doom Netflix. Oh. Oh. It's a charming little thing, like the and oh. It's such a good little hook. Oh. Oh. Nay. Nami. No da 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 but da 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 ba da ba da da ba ba da 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 da. Ba dum ba 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 da ba ba. Senshi. Oh, hey, that's an interesting little beast in the background of her imagination there. Yeah, you do. There's some fan art out there. Oh, I bet. Maybe you should move. No ambushes. Really need a helmet, buddy. Holding hands. Oh, good animation. They're so consistent about it too. Oh, the animation is it's the A team working on it right now. Oh, what a flash! What a splash frame! Oh, there's an animator having fun here. Just the style shift is so obvious. Oh my god. Okay, 3, 2, 1, pause. It's the final episode of the season, right? So like the fucking animators are please don't demonetize me for that, YouTube. It's just a statue of it's just the statue of the peeing boy, in fact. But like there's some real good sequences of just like Marcial's little getting bumped around sequences. Like look at that. Like look at and like this is like classic cartooning actually. Like this is almost on some Looney Tunes. You see the doubling that's happening? Right? The smearing. Just like tracing the arc of her motion in order to strengthen the sense of being like tumbled around. Like that's because in reality, if you look at what's happening in terms of frames, right? She's only really rotating once in the air, right? Like there's not that much happening, but when you add that doubling, when you add that smearing, when you add that nonsense, right? Like it gives it a more frantic energy, right? Like she's flailing and flipping around, even though you're really doing very minimal actual animation work, right? And you can see the same thing happening here, right? That as she's doing the spinning animation, it's only really 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can see it's relatively few frames, but because we have these smears and this doubling happening off of her ponytails or her braids, right? You get such a sense that like there's more rotation and spinning around going on than there actually is. And like whatever animator is working on this shot is like really having a lot of fun. These are complicated shots. Like drawing a body rotating is difficult at the best of times, but look at the complex three-dimensional rotations that the animator is actually doing with Marcial's body here. Really going out. There's some fully Cooley vibe to some of this animation, I think. Again, fully on some Looney Tunes nonsense, right? I really like that smoke too. Like the decision to use like these spiral plumes to sort of delineate the structure of the smoke cloud. And you can see how like this spiral, it gets rotated around the volume of the smoke cloud as the cloud sort of propagates, and that really gives it that sense of like blooming and like spreading out very organically. So like using those little spirals is visually quite clever to really get the volume of the cloud going, and to give it like some unique character in that it's like it's mushroom spores, right? And then there was another sequence with Marcille specifically. He's just fully in shoujo mode at all times. It's like this is fully a fucking frame from like some early 2000s shoujo manga. I do also like that he's being drop kicked by the gargoyle. That's quite funny. Anyway, once again, Marcille getting knocked around. Just having some fun looking at this. Oh, that's a long hold, right? So we're doing coyote time here, right? Which is the action happens, kaboom, and then we just kind of stop time for a bit, right? Like, well, not for the whole scene, but we stop time for Marcille. She gets suspended in air, and then gravity isn't affecting her. She's not moving in time in the same way that everything else in the scene is, right? Because you can see the smoke is moving. You can see that, like, Laios and Senshi are getting knocked around, but she's just kind of staying there coyote time. Then we remove all the other, like, distracting foreground elements around her, and then time resumes for her so that she can fall. And then again, using a lot of doubling, using a lot of speed lines, using a lot of smearing, we can, with relatively few frames, right? With barely any, really. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 frames. We get this sense of an incredibly smooth spin, right? And it's animated on what, like, what, 3s? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. No, it's animated on 2s. Twos and threes. Add a mixture. This reveal sequence of the gargoyle, and then like with the underlighting, that's also really gorgeous. Like the way the animator is using the smoke as framing to sort of immediately imply, but then eventually reveal that the thing is stuck. Again, you see how they use the spiral shapes on the smoke clouds to create these individual plumes that can then sort of envelop Marcille and surround her gradually like that. Really voluminous and beautiful. Smoke animation is just one of those things where you get to have a lot of fun, as you can tell from all of this nonsense right here, right? Another little tiny use of like doubling and smearing just to do that, like that little shook as it lands, right? And as it just kind of, what it's actually doing is it's just letting gravity pull its arms down, right? But because it's made of rock, because it's made of stone, when it lets go of its muscular control, I guess it doesn't have muscles, and it just lets the arms fall. They don't fall like human arms, which sort of flop down relatively slowly. They fall like rock, right? So like that little use of a smear there helps make the gargoyle just feel heavier and chunkier. Oh, there's a bunch of good little details in this. I could probably go through this whole fucking episode like this, couldn't I? There's some really good details in this little grabbing the hand sequence. Notice how, as Chilchug is reaching in for her hand, she does a little wiggle with her fingers over here. And like that whole lifting sequence is really good. Like that's a real sense for how a small body like gets lifted. God, that's pretty. And then like we get this jarring shift in visual tone. I don't know if it changes over to another principal animator at this point or what happens. But like this sequence here, right, like where they're really like they're setting up for the thing they're doing, you can just see like all of a sudden, oh, we're treating the volume of the characters differently now. Like now we're really playing with like all the volume, all the roundness, all the folds in the clothes, really like playing up the drama of the lighting. And the very funny thing is, we're playing up the drama of the lighting on everyone else, but Marcille, not so much, right? Like everyone else like looks like all of a sudden goes JoJo mode a little bit. Marcille herself, like that. So they're really playing with like everyone else looks super serious, ready to like take the fight to the enemy, and Marcille's just there like wah. Oh, it's so good. Lots of nice. Look at the elasticity. Like God, I could go through this whole fucking. I'm gonna get copyright claimed for this one. I can feel it in my bones. Sorry, I'm probably gonna have to edit some nonsense over the top of the screen every once in a while that'll obscure what I'm actually doing, just because of I'm looking at so much of it. I think copyright bots will probably notice, but it's just there's so much. Like this isn't flashy in the way that Frierin's animation is flashy. It's just good, and God, there's a lot of fucking personality. Like especially having a lot of fun with Izutsumi's like the snout, the muzzle, and like you can see like really playing with like the angularity and the volume of her head. Right? Like they're fucking doing secondary in it. Like the muscle is flopping. Right? It's flopping around. It's trailing. It's like real. And it really like adds to the run animation of the character. And like there's a real like this is. So there's different styles of character animation, right? When you're doing full animation, which is what this is. We've talked about this before. Like limited animation is when you see a character's face is static and then it's just the mouth that's moving. That's limited animation because you're animating a limited part of the character. When the whole character is moving, every single fucking frame, that's full animation, right? Every frame of movement, even though it's working on like threes here, I think. When every frame of movement is like a full frame of animation, that's called full animation. So we're operating in full animation here, right? But there are many, many different styles in which you can do full animation, right? And there are styles that are very rigid in their model consistency, right? Like every character, even though they're not 3D models, they have a model. They have a model sheet that defines their proportionality, the shape of their body parts, like exactly how they're put together. And you can be very strict in adhering to that model. Like a lot of shows are that way. They're really concerned about like being very strictly on model at all times, and they don't really allow you to warp or change too much about how the character is animated. And then you can decide to go off model, which is to say you begin to distort the character's proportions, you begin to change the way that they're put together, you alter their anatomy to suit whatever purposes you have in a given scene. And what Senshi and Izutsumi are doing here is that they are playing around, going just a little bit off model every once in a while. You can especially see it in Izutsumi's fur, right? Like, which is given this very heavy up and down bounce around her neck. And like you can see it there, like how it follows the action of what she's doing, like bouncing up and down with her run. And you can see how much distortion that they're allowed to do on like their faces, on their proportionality, like really, really, really expressing themselves in like the in-between frames. and being very rubbery with it. Like this feels very rubbery, right? Like as opposed to more naturalistic animation where like you wouldn't draw a character like blah, blah, wobbling and distorting like this. But it's a stylistic choice that the animator is making. Also, this fucking pull. And again, just like whoever the fuck the principal animators are on these shots are like, I feel I've seen their animation, like I've seen their animation style before in the show, but also I've seen this. I've seen this around. Like these specific approaches to going off model and visually animating comedy, the level of cartooning that they're doing, I recognize that from other shows. And like the Trigger is made up of Gainax veterans, right? Like it's made up of like, well, not just Gainax veterans, a bunch of people who've like done a ton of work in the industry for ages. And here's another great bit of cartooning. And see what I mean about going off model, right? Like look at Senshi here. Look how his neck stretches and how he like ah, God, that's good animation. Anyway, sorry, I just, oh my God, I get so fixated. Like when Dungeon Meshi, when it goes off, when the trigger animators just get to fucking go for it, oh my God, it's a joy. Oh, it's such a pleasure. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. Again, someone chose just doing a great job. You don't want to know. Oh, they're all back to themselves. But he looks so cool. A funicular. Yeah, no, what did you think was going to happen? That has vibes. Again, you can just okay, 3, 2, 1, pause. You can just like first of all, the lighting in these scenes, I want to point out. Like because we have like the single point light source of Marcial's like floating orbs, they really get to play around with darkness and space here in a way that's tremendously appealing. And the way they're rendering the light here, I wonder if we can really see it. No, I don't think I have enough, high quality enough. I mean, I guess, if we zoom in this close, there's a certain dustiness. Not necessarily grain, like I think they have applied, like, I don't know if it's just compression or if it's actual graining, but there's a certain dustiness to this light, right? Rather than sort of blinding brightness. That, along with the darkness, really gives a specific vibe. But, like, you can just kind of tell that this shot right here, there, like, this shot specifically with Chilchuck, is like, I think it's probably here with Senshi, but, like, that it's one set of animators animating here, or at least, like, it's one set of artistic directions for these shots, and then as we get to here, like the scenes inside where they're like, again, the way they're playing with the light, right? And the amount of like shadow and lighting and the specific volume approach to all of the objects that they hold, that the fidelity just changes here. And we get this like this a little detail about Marcial's sleeping animation here, right? She's like sort of bobbing, like slowly nodding off. Look what the animator does with her mouth, especially with the corners of the mouth, right? You can see that they change the line weight around the corners and like really sort of work as her head is like nodding forward. And like it adds such a lovely dimensionality to her motion. Ooh. And again, like the fucking I adore when they really go for it. Like whatever animator it is, look how much this animator fucking loves hands. And I don't mean that necessarily, like, again, I don't know the person who did this. I don't know if they have an emotional attachment to hands, but they certainly have a craftsman-like approach to them, like really playing with the knuckliness and like the sort of toughness of Senshi's hands here, right? Like there are easier ways, like there are simpler ways to construct a finger sliding across some some text than to do all of that. And like Senshi's turning animation here, it's on 3s, right? But it feels so smooth because it's that gradual, right? And check out the fucking three-dimensionality they manage on the helm. Look how smooth that is. That's all. Like, it's not, again, not quite on the level of Freerun, where I would sometimes become convinced that certain shots were done in 3D. But it's fucking close, man. Also, this shot right here. And like the lights just going on by outside the window. Fucking vibes, man. That's cozy ass vibes to chill to. To chill chuck to. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. No wonder. Marcel, like, why did you kidnap her? She probably ate her meals alone. Gee, I wonder if there's someone like that in the party. Oh, it suits me. Oh, that's so beautifully animated. Oh, what a beautifully animated little sequence. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Themes. 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 I've spoken about it before, have I not? Themes. By eating Fallon, we can make her a part of us again, a part of our group, a part of our family, a part of our unit, by literally eating her, by sharing her as a meal, right? Themes! Oh, themes. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. Nom 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 nom. Cabro. Well, the orcs, yeah. Yeah. He has such a stupid view of Cabro. Elves. Baby, baby Fallon. Themes. Themes. Give me more. Give me more. I'm so hungry. Oh, give me more. I just what a fucking place to put the season ending too, right? What a place to end a season. Like, so not on a confrontation, not on a battle, not on a fight, not on anything dramatic at all, really. Just I mean, a moment of an important realization. Again, I don't want to spoil things for people who haven't read, but just the thing about eating Fallon in order to turn her back into again, themes. Remember this, especially as it comes to the way that Laios' character is going to go. Themes! Remember it, remember it, remember it, remember it. And like, as we've already talked about, right? Like eating to make something a part of yourself, right? Being eaten and being made part of someone else, right? Like Fallon was eaten by the dragon and thus she became part of it, right? So in order to bring Fallon back, the party has to eat the dragon to claim her, right? Like to claim her back to them. I do appreciate this little final frame. Oh. Is there a little post-credits thing? Nope, just the Netflix logo. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Like, so to eat her and claim her back, we have to eat, like... And then, of course, there's this idea of the dungeon itself as an organism that consumes and digests that which is inside of it, right? It's all the way down, like this theme of consumption, right? And like as the narrator sort of lays out in this last, to eat or be eaten, there is no hierarchy here, only the simple concept that eating is a privilege of the living, right? To eat is to live is to consume the world. Like, there's no way to be alive without consumption. Like, that's simply, no matter what form of life you are, in order to live, you have to consume some part of the world and bring it into yourself. This is true of plants. They take in sunlight, they take in oxygen, they take in nutrients from the soil. It's true of herbivores, which eat the plants, carnivores that eat the herbivores, and also each other occasionally. It's true of fungi and mushrooms and bacteria. Everything that's alive in the world has to consume something. Has to eat of the world in order to keep being a part of it, right? I need to make that essay. I really do. I can at least, you know what? I can at least, fuck it. I can at least do an essay on the character design of the characters in part 1. I can do that, right? I can do that, even if I can't do about... But there's so much more in Dungeon... it'll have to be in parts. I'm just gonna have to... I'm just gonna have to find some way to shut the fuck up about, like, 60% of the stuff I want to talk about when it comes to Dungeon Meshi, and focus on just the craft. Okay. Ryukukui's Daydream sketchbook is coming out soon. I think it's actually out today, if I'm looking at the date right. And that sketchbook, oh my god. I've seen some scans of it, and I need to own it, because it's so full of her design process and her ways of approaching character design, and it's fucking orgasmic for a freak like me. It's oh my god. I decided, oh yeah, I'll be honest, after Freerun, I was kind of like, do I really want to keep watching more anime right now? But I'd committed myself, I'm going to finish this shit up. I'm going to fucking get through and get Dungeon Meshi done so that it's not like half finished on my channel and stuff. And at first I was kind of like, I kind of maybe want to break from reacting to anime, but it's fucking Dungeon Meshi, man! It's I mean, I've admittedly I've drunk kind of a lot of caffeine tonight, but just a narrative and a design aesthetic that sets my brain on fire, and then we get Trigger, like, just very occasionally showing all of their fire on the animation. God fucking hell. Oh. Seriously though, remember Laios, the way he helped Senshi. Remember Laios in relation to what will happen with Fallon. Remember Laios. Like, think about that, especially in the context of who and what Laios is thematically relative to the villains of the story. Very important to think about that, to have that in mind. And I can't say anymore without actually spoiling shit, so okay. Anyway, you can become a member of the channel, and you get early access to things as I upload them. Sometimes it's long time early access. You get like weeks and weeks in advance. Sometimes you get it like a few days or some hours in advance. It depends. If you want feedback on a character design of your own from me specifically, there's a tier available for that there. Also on the Patreon if you want it. Otherwise, you don't worry about it. YouTube, blah, blah, like, comment, subscribe, goodbye.